crib. This is my second project. I literally just got the keys actually, I'm so excited. We just had a quick whiz round and I can't wait to show you too. It's my first, I suppose, renovation of a Victorian property, which I'm really excited for because it's what I've really wanted for a really long time. So, without further ado, let me give you a tour of the before we get into the after. Coming in, let's go. Larger reception room, which I'm so excited for. When we first looked at it, there was a lot of furnishings in place. So the sofa was here, the telly over there, and I'm thinking of maybe shelves on either side, so in alcoves, having similar units to what I built last time. I know it can be done now, so I will watch back on my old videos just to remind myself of how to do it. The chimney breasts are bigger, but they're wider than the last one. I remember last time I was like, oh, should I get rid of the chimney breasts? But I think it gives so much character to Victorian houses, and also I think I've got way more space to play with, so I just don't need to, but watch this space because I've just got the keys, so everything's still TBC. And then coming into this room, this area here, this divider, I really want to expand so that it's a bigger, I suppose, walk through. I love these doors, by the way. They're solid woods and I'd love to keep them. But in order to actually get that kind of wide scope, I think I will open it up because it really makes the room feel bigger. So anyway, coming through. So this is or will be what I would call the library room. I don't know, everything's TBC, so take what I say with a pinch of salt, but I'm thinking piano. I love to play the piano and I haven't played in a really long time, and I think having one here will be like the perfect excuse to just jump on. And then I'm thinking bookshelves on either side. I work from home a lot of the time, so I might actually also make this an office room and put, you know, my computer station and everything on either one of the alcove areas. And then you've also got this window here which looks out into the garden. I like it, it lets some light in, and so I'm thinking to keep it that way rather than change it to French doors or something like that, but I love the light that comes in from here as well. Very pretty. And then I'm also thinking to have another sofa or two along this wall here. That way you've got another little seating area, and like I said, I kind of want it to be a library, and I know I said I'm going to have a computer in here, but it will be primarily for work. Aside from that, I actually want to spend more time reading, and I feel like having all the books on the shelves and then having a lovely little cosy sofa here with not many electronics in this room will do me really good. Oh, and tall ceilings as well. What am I saying? I've always wanted tall ceilings. So yeah, that's that. Let's go into the next room. So this is the understairs area, and you've got my electrics and stuff in at the moment. It's already been boarded up with fireboard, which is really handy because we can just skim over it if everything's sound. But what we were discussing is, at the moment, it's a lovely space, but it's also dead space. Oftentimes when it comes to a little cupboard or something, I will just whack, you know, my Hoover in there, my broom, brush, blah, 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 blah. But we were thinking it's actually a good size, so I could probably utilise it in another way. I'm talking like downstairs toilet. I've seen downstairs toilets that are way more dinky, whereas this is like still a good size, but then it might mean having to move the electrics and everything out of the way. So that's still TBC. Yeah, open to suggestions, let me know. Right, next room. So this is the downstairs loo. You've got your toilet there, you've got your sink, your rad, and then your window. Kind of standard. And then you've got the boiler on this side, and what they previously had when I first came to view it was a washing machine here. And I was like, oh, this is good. Like, this is, I've always wanted a utility room, so I'm like, this is cool because you can decorate it a little bit differently. But at the same time, I'm like, okay, how do we make the best use of this space? And then if I move the toilet to under the stairs, do I still need a utility room? Do I instead make it smaller and have a washer dryer? Do I keep the boiler in situ or move it to the kitchen? I'm just not sure at the moment, but I still think it's a really good size to play around with. And also the chance to kind of use different colour schemes and jazz it up and have a guest toilet downstairs, because that's something I hate about mine. You have to traipse upstairs to get to a bathroom. But yeah, this is downstairs loo. The kitchen, come on. Good size kitchen here. When we measured it up, it was about 8 meters. You've got worktop space on this side, and then you've got the same coming round. And I want to keep that. And what they had previously is towards the end of the kitchen, they had a sofa there and a telly. And I thought, I've always wanted a dining table looking out into the garden. And originally I was thinking like open it up and do a side return and make it really big and have the dining table and the sofa and this and that. But I think I'm going to keep it because it's such a good size. I'm going to keep it as is, but still see if I can utilise having that dining table just so you can host. It's so nice. We've got chimney breast here and I'm not sure what to make of it because it feels hollow. The other ones are solid. I don't actually know why this feels hollow or what the situation is there. So if it is hollow and it's really easy to remove, I will remove it because I think having a nice long stretch of worktops and units and then going into the dining table area would be quite nice. So what I think I'll do is try and do something similar to the last one where I have everything or as much as possible integrated, and I'm talking down to my appliances as well. Like, I can't wait to have everything tucked away and stored away, and it just looks really seamless. What I'm thinking is with the renovation, I want to keep it in keeping with the whole Victorian aesthetic. I don't want to go too modern with it, so I will go for older traditional units, doors and things like that. I can't wait to go through that with you. Should we go into the garden? Mm-hmm. The garden, probably my least favourite part at the moment just because it's a bit of a state. So let's go out in there and see. Oh, great start. Here we go. She's a bit stiff. Right, mind your step. I get so nervous just in case the neighbours come in. This is the garden. And you have this massive fig tree as soon as you come out. Like huge. So we're probably going to cut that down. But apparently fig trees have really good significance, so I might actually keep it or at least move it. So around here you've got this massive area, and that's why I was saying, oh, it would be really nice if we had a side return, but it's a good size space and it would be good to do something with it. I just don't know yet, but it's got to be a good, what, 2.5 meters? I would say about that. So again, suggestions. I must say gardens and gardening isn't my forte. I haven't spent as long on Pinterest on there in the garden area, so any tips and tricks, let me know. Right, and then into the main event. It feels like we're walking through the secret garden. Do you remember that film? I discovered what was pointed out to me rather, because what do I know about gardens? We've got, I think, a fig tree here, a couple of apple trees, and a plum one actually. And the plum one, like the plums, let me pick one for you to see. They are so fresh and succulent. They don't look that much there, but I'm gonna open one up. They smell divine. Like, they smell so fresh. Look at that. It smells insane. And then you've got an apple tree. Cutesy. Okay, and then you've got the chair that previously had the seller's bits and bobs in. Probably just gonna knock it down, to be honest, and put something else in its place, is what I'm thinking at this stage. Round here, which isn't much of a site at the moment, but you've got probably about 2.5 meters again of, at the moment, dirt, but in my mind I'm like 2.5 meters of space to work with. So again, I might just knock down this fence and bring it all back so you've got lovely open space. Maybe just proportion it a bit nicer so there's different areas for different things whilst trying to keep or preserve some of the trees we've got already. But again, watch the space, you'll see. Before I shut the door, I completely forgot about this patio area. So at the moment, it's probably, again, they're probably 60 by 60 tiles. I would say about 2.5 again, 2.5 meters worth of patio space. And I want to keep that because I think I want some like decking kind of chairs and things like that out there, patio chairs. It'll be nice when it all comes together. Anyway, next, squeaky door. Next, we have the bathroom. And the toilet here, and then you've got this inbuilt situation here with the cupboards, the drawers, which I think is actually really cool in terms of the use of space. Got the bath and then the shower and a lovely long towel radiator. We've got a couple of options here. Either I leave everything in its current place, so the toilet stays over there, the sink, the bath and so forth. It's the easiest and the quickest thing to do because all the plumbing will be in situ. Or I've been spending too much time on Pinterest. You know when you walk into the bathroom and you see a lovely like freestanding bath in the distance? Mate, I love them so much. Or when you walk into the bathroom and you see like a wall-to-wall shower, and I've been so obsessed with them lately, and now I'm like, oh, I don't know what to do. You've got the easiest option, and then like, I suppose like the most desirable. And I'm trying to find the middle ground. I'm out of breath. I think I walked up the stairs too quickly. I really do want a freestanding bath. I think that will really elevate the space. But at the same time, I'm like, oh yeah, but don't you want a wall-to-wall? Imagine a wall-to-wall shower here with little seats on the side. Like, that would be so nice. Oh, I just don't know. And I've saved both of them in my Pinterest board and I just can't quite decide. So again, I'm asking you every single room, but please let me know what you think and how you'd utilise the space, because I'm just open to everything at the moment. I have an idea of what I want for some of the rooms, but then other ones like this, I'm like, oh, but what about this? Again, I suppose my motto is TBC. Next room, come on through. This is the third bedroom and the smallest one at that actually. The box room, although I think it's still a really decent size. I'm thinking bed over here, maybe a chest of drawers or wardrobe over there. At some stage replace all the windows and everything. Oh no, so now that sounds solid. That sounds hollow. Oh, I think I understand now. It's a legitimate chimney breast, and then they've blocked up the actual fireplace where the fireplace was, they boarded it, and that's why that bit sounds hollow and this bit's solid. I forgot to say in any of the rooms, literally everything's coming out. So the flooring, the skirting and so forth has got to go. But they're preserving the floorboards underneath, so for now we're good. This is the blue room. That's a good size. This is the second bedroom. I think it's slightly bigger in size than the last one I just showed you, the third one. So in this room, you've got your two alcoves and you've got the chimney breast, as usual in all of the rooms. But then you've also got the fireplace, which actually looks really pretty when you think about it, apart from this section here. So I'll probably board it up or try and make good. But in terms of this, I'm thinking I should actually keep it because it actually looks really nice and I want to keep as many features as I can. The floor in here looks decent, but again, it's all going to get ripped out with the skirting. What I do love about this room actually is the skirting. It's a good height. I don't know if that's the same height as the one over there, but they're decent height. And I think when you've got high ceilings, it's really nice to have really tall skirtings. I don't know why, but from a proportionate point of view, I just think it brings everything really nicely together. But that's the second room, and now for the main event. Oh, actually, before we go into the main room, something that I've been contemplating and still not sure about is this area here. Because let me stand in just to give you an idea, like there. That's the amount of space. It's just at the moment dead space. I think they probably had, I need to remind myself, I think they probably had some sort of storage here, like some sort of chest or shelving. And I thought maybe it would be nice as a cupboard, like a nice cupboard situation. You can keep like laundry or towels and things of that nature. But then when I thought about it, I was like, oh, but that's the access to the loft as well. Maybe I'll put something here that can be easily removed while I decide whether I even want to do the loft or not in the future, because the loft, I think, goes from front to back, and that's a really good size because it's a really long house. Now, time for the main event. Can you see my room? So this is the main bedroom, aka my bedroom. So again, you've got this here, the fireplace. It looks like they've attempted to board it down there, but I don't want to go and touch anything, so we're going to get all our checks done and then see whether we can just board it through and make it look nice. But it would be nice to keep something like this here. The other option is to do what I did with the other house actually, and have wall-to-wall wardrobes, so going from one wall to the other, which would be quite nice because the wall stops here, so it wouldn't be obstructing anything. or I can have them at either side of the alcove as well. So it's still a question mark. And then I'm thinking bed here would be lovely, and it's the biggest space as well, so I could go for the next size up. At the moment I've only got a double bed. Now we can get a king bed in. Who knows? So yeah, I have to think of something for this area, I must admit, especially because I forgot to say, but I was contemplating changing the second bedroom into a walk-in wardrobe. So I have wardrobe space in here and in there, potentially. And so I was like, well, what do I do with this space? Like, do I just have a little seating area? I have to really think about it, but I think now that we're in, we've got the proportions, I can actually start measuring things up to see how they fit in the area. I'll be better able to utilise it, but I really don't want much clothing in my bedroom. I want it to be peaceful, I want it to be zen, and a space that I can just relax. Quite similarly to the library actually. Like I said, this is going to be another project, probably the next step up. I'm going to gut everything and pretty much start again. I've got so many different ideas bobbling around in my head, and like, we could do this, we could do that. I also don't want to take it too overboard because it won't be my forever home. So I want to kind of find a happy medium, make it as comfortable as possible for the time being and aesthetic as possible. So, like I said, if you have any suggestions, please let me know. I'm open to them. I'm at that stage where I'm like taking in all the information, sifting through and then deciding. So I'd love to know what you would do with the space. This is going to be series 2 of Prime, and I can't wait to bring you along the ride. So I will see you in the next episode, but until then, take care, and we've got a new house to renovate. Bye guys. I'm not, I don't want to eat that.
You're going to love it. You're going to love it, I promise.
Oh, yeah.
And look at what
tastes good. I licked it.
It's not from the outside, it's the inside.